Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. Wow, this is a Monday, and it's a lot of work here. We're working on an event that's going to happen on Wednesday. So if you don't know about it, make sure you check our pages and contact us. We actually will link you up. So the event is called Living the Dream, and it's what we're working on. But as I was working, I was listening to the song El Shaddai by Hat the Band, and towards the end, they say the Serenity Prayer, and I got to be reflecting a little bit about that, and that is actually what I want to be sharing with you today, and just one or two thoughts in here and there, especially in reflection to the period that we are in, the Corona pandemic, and it has messed us up. And today the president has actually opened the cessation of movement in and out of the metropolitan Mandera and Mombasa, which is a good thing, but then it puts us at risk of Corona escalating in the country. But we hope it doesn't get to that, so that it opens up. And I've been speaking to a number of people as I've been interacting with people here and there, and you can actually see the impact of the virus is not negligible. You cannot assume it. Everybody is feeling the heat, and I'm happy that now people can be able to move and operate. Those who are stuck in shells can come back and do their thing. But more so, we pray that it goes down, and we need all of us to take the necessary action to make sure that we fight Corona together. But then back to the Serenity Prayer. So in the Serenity Prayer, it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I know I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So the first part of the prayer, it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. And it is where we are right now. You can't change what's happening with this disease. It has already happened. The impact to the economy, the impact to our health, the impact to our social lives as we knew them, the impact to our businesses, our livelihoods, our interactions. People cannot visit each other. That one you cannot change. It has already happened and it's gone. And it's something that is behind you, you know. It has already, we are in this thing now for, I think we're going 4 months now. That has already happened. You can't change that. But then the second part of the prayer says, the courage to change the things I know I can. And that calls for your work. That calls for you. You have to have the courage. Pray for the courage. Let God give you the courage to change the things you can. You cannot assume things. You cannot be ignorant just because things that have happened in the past, you cannot change them. But today you have the responsibility moving forward to change the things that you can. Simple things like washing your hands, simple things like wearing a mask, simple things like just thinking out of the box, designing a new business model for your business, finding new ways to interact, finding new ways to invent things so that moving forward we will all be covered. These are ways that you can have them, you can do it. So you should have the courage to do these things and step forward. Just pray for that courage. So you have the serenity to understand that the things that have already happened have already happened. You get the courage to rise up and do what you have to do and get out there and or do stuff that you can do, right? And after that, the wisdom to know the difference. Crucial part. The wisdom to understand that I can change this, I cannot change this. You see, the fact that there are things that you cannot change is not an excuse. And it's not something that you can confuse and assume and just be ignorant about it. The things that you can change also call for your own responsibility. So this is not the time to pull back. This is not the time to stand away, to just not take part. No, this is the time to engage, because there are things you can change. Those that you cannot change, leave them alone. There are things you can change, and there are things you can do to fight the coronavirus, to ensure that people around you, those who don't have, actually get something to eat. You can contribute to that. This is the time that you make sure that you put in your hand, because in times of the pandemic, they define us as humans, as a whole humanity. This is the time when everybody steps up to ensure that we all coexist. We have that within us. You cannot let other human beings just suffer by just looking at them. You have to step up and do something. So just like the serenity prayer, I pray that you have the serenity to understand and to accept the things that you cannot change, the courage to take the step, the courage to step up, the courage to go for it, the courage to change things that you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Have a good time. See you on Wednesday. Let's have a blast at living the dream.